Hello, my name is Daniel Scuria-Herman, and today I'll be speaking on the topic of grace. Now, grace, we've all heard of it. What exactly does it mean? In my personal perspective, it means absolutely nothing. So, I hear you. You might be asking, why would I want to make a video on absolutely nothing? And yeah, that's a good question, especially considering how much that's done already. Well, as with most ideas I have planned for this series, I came across this topic in an assignment for college. What does grace mean to you? The assignment posed. I had no idea how to answer that question because, as I've mentioned before, it means nothing. What does it mean when you do something gracefully? The dictionary would tell you that it's doing something attractively elegant, and seeing how I am neither attractive nor elegant, I don't know how to make heads or tails of that. So why is it thrown around as much as it is? Well, generally, it's perceived as a positive. Doing something graceful means you're acting with poise, you're aristocratic, you're proper. But in my humble perspective, grace has no bearing in any good social qualities whatsoever. If you're a ballerina, sure, act with grace. But if you're a firefighter, I don't really see how grace is going to help you very much. Now, I am neither a ballerina nor a firefighter. But just hear me out on this. Operating with grace means operating with restraint, at least in most cases it's used. If you act with grace when dealing with someone bitter, that means you don't lash out or display heated emotions. Now, restraint is good. Listen to your superego. However, pushing this idea of grace onto people, this ideal of perfection and performing these dancer leaps from interaction to interaction is impossible. It's an unrealistic expectation. So what does grace mean to me? The important part of that question is the to me part of it. Grace, well and truly, means nothing to me. Before that question, I've never thought about it. And I can assure that a good number of the people who would happen to stumble across this video haven't really thought about it either. But grace has made no impact on my life. I was never taught to be graceful. Like we did with the last video, let's go over the dictionary definition and see how it matches up to my previously stated perception of the term. So, there's several definitions here, unlike with enthusiasm. So, for a doozy. The first is simple elegance of refinement of movement. Simple elegance or refinement of movement. Refinement of movement, I already touched on, that's the ballerina definition. Being purposeful about where your limbs go, and if you extend that to social movements, being very purposeful and poised about what you say. What catches me off guard about this definition is simple elegance. To me, that's an oxymoron. Something that's elegant in my eyes cannot simultaneously be simple. Elegance is complex and structured and ordained. Simplicity is straightforward. It's simple. And that goes back to the unreality of grace. This combination of these two opposing factors that you are expected to accomplish, which is why grace simply doesn't matter to me. Okay, second definition, courteous goodwill. That's a good definition. I had only really thought of the first, but yes, that's good. Good kind of grace. That's the grace you should strive for, giving to others, showing others grace. Not being graceful yourself, not making yourself this living embodiment of unachievable perfection. There's a bunch of other definitions here, but they're situational, such as by the grace of God, and others in that vein. However, partway through making this video, I feel completely flipped on my head. I hadn't really thought of that second definition, where you could use grace in a positive way. So I'm going to change the end of this video. Be graceful. When I heard that question, what does grace mean to you? In hindsight, I should have answered that it means doing the best I can by others. And I hope that you can take that definition and put it to good use. And if someone asks you to be graceful yourself, to have these unrealistic expectations of being a master of control and movement, that's not good advice, and probably not someone you should generally be listening to. And if you'd be so graceful, let me know what you thought of this video, what you think I could do better, and what you'd like to see on this channel. But anyway. Oh, also, I wanted to thank everyone for all the support on the crow video that was from the channel. That was a reaction video to the channel Zifrank. I'm not gonna say I don't like that video, because if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have posted it. But I'm surprised. I'll put it that way. I'm surprised it's gotten that much attention for something that didn't come out that well. So I want to thank everybody for the support on that. Videos will keep coming out, at least one every 3 days. And yeah, just a big wholehearted thank you from me to you. And until next time, adieu.